law to the masses. The amicus curiae is also registered under Indian Partnership Act 1932 and Ministry of MSME Government of India, and is and also ISC, 8th largest legal website in India, connecting more than 20,000 students across the country over 80 plus law schools of India. Friends, to extend and reach to the heart of a law student, which lies in the moot courts competition, which have become an essential part of your law school's life. To make this dream come true, it is possible for us to curate this event. Our sponsors, Sankhla and Associates, GL Parikh Chambers of Law, Prashant Chandra and Company. To all our knowledge partners and marketing partners, we extend our warm thanks so that we could come together and finally see the day of this event. With a very inspiring and a passionate person with the same thoughts for us, we have with us our chief guest. Honourable Justice K.G. Balakrishnan enrolled as an advocate of the Kerala Bar Council on 16th of March 1968. He practiced on both civil and criminal sides at Erinakulam. He was appointed as a Munsif in Kerala Judicial Service on 10th October 1973 and later resigned from the service and resumed practice as an advocate in the Kerala High Court. On 26 September 1985, he was appointed as a judge of the Kerala High Court. On 24th November 1997, he was transferred to Gujarat High Court. On 16th July 1998, he became the Chief Justice of High Court of Gujarat and was transferred to the High Court of Judicature at Madras and assumed charge there as Chief Justice on 9th September 1999. On 8th July 2000, he elevated as the Judge Supreme Court. Later, he was appointed as the Chief Justice of India in the forenoon of 14th January 2007. I hope his career, the length of his career and the timeline is extremely inspiring to all of us who are here in his presence. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing us with your presence in our competition in the inaugural ceremony. To tell you about the guest of honor of this inaugural ceremony, Mr. Abhash Parikh, sir, I'd like to tell you that he's an advocate in India, the alumnus of National Law University, Odisha. He's the managing partner of GL Parikh Chambers of Law. He specializes in dispute resolution, construction law, data protection laws, and fintech. Abhas, sir, has assisted the Honorable Supreme Court and various Honorable High Courts on numerous counts and created to the needs of his clients efficiently. He has a deep interest in dispute resolutions, especially international commercial arbitration, and has been appointed as a sole arbitration in more than 25 disputes of high commercial value. He is a member of Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, APT grade members of Prime Dispute, member of Rising Arbitrators Initiative, Digital Committee member at Cyber and a member of various international arbitration institutions. He is the founder of People Against Climate Change, a non-governmental organization aimed at identifying solutions to alleviate and tackle the growing menace of climate change. Abhas sir is a public-spirited person who is known for his dedication and determination among other traits. We are glad to have you, sir, on our platform. Sir, we would request you if you could share some motivational words with our participants who are equally excited as we are to start and commemorate with this competition.
I guess sir is facing some network issues, like he's unable to unmute. But he's here with us. Sir, if possible, you can try joining with some other account if you have it. Maybe that will ease for you.
Is there a problem with the network?
Yes, yes, yes. We'll just wait for 2 minutes. Sir is rejoining.
All right. I think Sir has faced some network issues as he's not able to respond in the meeting. Well, as we wait for his words, as I told you that he has done a lot of work in arbitration, so he has the hold of good command on it. As shortly we'll be hearing him for what he has to say for you. But until then, I'm really excited that we all have come together for this moot court competition, and we hope we make it a success. So, friends, let's just wait for Sir to come.
let somebody else start speaking.
Yes, Sambhavi, please continue with Meghna Sankhla, ma'am.
Somebody can continue the thread.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
So we are all going sharp. We can make. Or somebody can continue.
All right. Yes, sir. I think Mr. Abbas will be joining us shortly, so I can please continue with us. So, nextly, to honor our patrons, I'd like to inform you about Sankhla and Associates. Having founded Sankhla and Associates nearly 20 years ago, Kapil Sankhla is currently the managing partner of the firm. He has been practicing since 1999 and has been awarded and coveted Super Lawyer of the Year 2016. His experience covers a broad range of areas relating to dispute, adversary litigation, and arbitration, corporate and commercial matters, white-collar crimes, employment, infrastructure, and aspects of public administration, governance, and ethics. He has been listed as one of the leading lawyers in India in various publications from the time to time. Mr. Kapil Sankhla has been the panel counsel of various government departments, and the major representative clients include JIL, DDA, DSIDC, DJB, Waqf Board of Chandigarh, Life Insurance, Corporation of India, and various private organizations like Shriram Life Insurance Company Limited, SpiceJet Limited, CH2M Hill, DHI India Water and Environment Limited, Alchemist Group, MDLR, Group of Companies, Enra Infra Engagement Limited. I could have listed and the list could have gone on, but I shall take a rest here. Though participants and honorable members, I'd like to inform you that due to some urgent work, we could not have Mr. Kapil Sankhla here, but he definitely blesses us with his kind words. But we have Ms. Meghna Sankhla. She is a senior partner at Sankhla and Associate with us. Ma'am, we welcome you and we request you to please share your experience and motivate the students who are here participating.
Thank you, Shambhavi.
Welcome, ma'am.
Respected Justice Balakrishnan and the esteemed crowd here, I wish you all a very happy day ahead. And this is indeed a very happy moment for Sankhla and Associates to be able to be a part of this moot court. I wish all the participants all the very best, and these moot courts are only a stepping stone to eventually what we face in courts and what we face in life, and just a small example on how we move to represent our clients. And I hope it is a beautiful journey. Law is definitely one of the most brilliant professions one can choose, and I can see a lot of young faces here as I speak, and I'm really happy to see the enthusiasm with which the students are going to reciprocate. Wishing you all the best. Thank you for letting us be a part of this lovely day today. God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What ma'am said actually reminds me of Franklin Roosevelt, as he said that take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But by all means, try something. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'd request Honourable Justice Balakrishnan to please say something to our students as we are in the spirit of it.
Dear students, to see all of you itself is very nice. The law students, some of them, I hope they are lawyers, and some of them will be lawyers. Now the one happening situation is that more and more girls are coming up for study of law, and the judges' proportion also is increasing in the various high courts. Last week, somebody told in Madras High Court there are 12 women judges. It's something very good. So, even otherwise, the lawyers have, unlike since last 25 years, the lawyer's profession has got a future. So we can get various opportunities. About 25, 30 years back, the only opportunity was to become a lawyer or join some other job which is not necessarily connected with law. But now there are various opportunities in the academic field, in the legal profession, in the corporate section, in the bank, and the various opportunities in the foreign countries. That is also, you have to understand that there are opportunities in the foreign countries to for the young lawyers. Only thing that you must have that opportunity and get into the groove and make a living to the best of your ability. That is something you have to work it out. So there may be some of your friends, they are working in, especially in colleges. There are some of my law clerks itself, they are working in, some of them are who are working in the World Bank, one is in a professor in the Dalhousie College in Canada. So they are all making wonderful opportunities. These cannot be thought of in the 25 years or 30 years back when we all, about in 68, 70, we enrolled as a lawyer. We never thought, and the law was not a very choicest profession. Just joined, will make a try as a lawyer. That was only ambition at that time. So, but now the lawyers have got opportunity, and you can only think that you must be extremely careful about your profession. You must be dedicated to the profession, sincere to the profession, and work hard. That is something which is whenever you get an opportunity to study a certain provision or certain the problem, you study it thoroughly and pros and cons, the various conventions, either for the respondent side or the petition side, what are the objections, what is the possible result, what are the various decisions, not only of the Indian courts or various high courts. Of course, the decision of the House of Lords or the American Supreme Court cannot be binding, but the principles laid down in there could be very usefully used by you in your profession. Not only that, if you continue to read the House of Lords decision, you will have a sort of a stylish legal expressions. That is very, very important in the legal profession. Your style of expression, the various the legal problems, the presentation is very important. And the Moot Court competition itself is intended to brighten that opportunity. To create more and more, you have to you get an opportunity, you study it, how to present it before the court, and the court manners, court courtesy, all these are you are counted and your marks are given and you make it. So now there are various universities, institutions are having Moot Court competition, and the various national law schools also conduct that. And 35 the other day, 36 students from 36 universities participated in the function. That is from almost from all over India. They participated in the Moot Court competition. So it has become a big. The purpose of participation in the Moot Court is to train yourself to become one of the brightest lawyers. But you can also, in the training time, you can make a request to your teacher that the Moot Court competition should not be exclusively used for the presenting a case and arguing. You can also take a sort of civil case or criminal case with legal facts, and prosecution can be conducted in the classroom itself. You present a prosecution case, you concoct a story of some 354 or 326 or 323 or the culpable homicide or any offence of simple nature or complicated nature. They point some facts and present your witnesses, present your prosecution witness, defense witness, cross-examination. So that if that is done, you can take the help of some lawyers, practicing lawyers also. Then you must know how to cross-examine a witness, how the 161 statement could be used, what is the evidentiary value of FIR 164 statement. All this you may remember if it is presented as a moot court contribution and all. That is not so far done by any universities, and the university can do it. So they will know how to argue the present a case or meet. Suppose somebody after enrollment, somebody comes and gives you a criminal case, you will be baffled to know what to do. You may go to a senior lawyer and get some assistance, but you will not get the proper assistance because you will have to do everything in the court. So you will get some assistance during the course of your study itself. You should get some sort of training as to what is this prosecution, what is the defense witness, how they are cross-examined, how the prosecution witnesses are presented in court to find out the truth. What is the role of the judge in such cases? These are all can also be testified in classrooms because your classroom consists of 50, 60 students. A group of students can reenact a sensational criminal law in classrooms. So that will help you to learn the basics of trial. So because now the trial is not nobody even it's not proper for me to say, but some of even the judges of the highest court they may not know the various nuances of the criminal law or the CPC or CRPC provisions because they had never been on that side the practice. They were all under constitutional experts. They know what is 326, 232 or Article 14 or Article 21 or 16. They may be very, very expert in the field, but they may not know how to deal with a criminal case, how the admissibility of lying declaration, what is the Section 27 recovery. These are all the unknown realms for these judges. So you must, of course, you may study all these things in your book, but if it is put in a practical realm, that will help you to understand things. Of course, I know that you have got internship, you are attending the course, you prepare notes, diaries and all. But that by itself, you one day fine morning, you join a lawyer's firm and go to court and a few days you spend a few days. But that will not help you to get a proper training and a senior with whom all are sought after to join the most important lawyers. And naturally, he or she cannot have time to spend on educating you, making it. These are all very important with the profession. A young lawyer, you must come up gradually and you must make a mark in the profession. This is a very competitive profession. Everyone will want to become the most important lawyer. You have to make a name, you have to make a living, you have to survive in the profession and to most efficiently, effectively. And you should have a chain of the clients to help you. And that is the backbone of your profession. You must, somebody is there. The advocates are not so far given opportunity to make advertisements. In America, it is they display boards. Those who are. And India, but some of them really, even boards should be reasonably not very lengthy, breadth and length of the board also should not be very large. But some people do it. But even then, it is not proper for the ethical values. You have to maintain the ethical values of the profession. So you cannot. You can only put a small board to know that you are in this profession. So, but your client is the biggest advertisement. Someone who is approaching you, and he got a relief, and he will go and tell, so and so help me in my case. So if you have got any, and naturally, if anybody has got any problem, if in the countryside, anybody has got any legal problem, he will consult at least at least 10, 15 people. What to do? I am victimized, I am in trouble, I am in legal problem. So you please help me, what should I do? Whom I should meet? So your advertisement is these persons who help you at one point of time. So then you must be very, very, very careful in dealing with them. And your good manners, the behavior, your talk and deal with the, and also you must know how to collect fees also. That is also important. You must make a living. So these are all important things. As you see, all of the young lawyers or the students, I feel these are all very, very important in the profession, because a group of lawyers went to Frankfurt, the great American group. What is the main purpose of what is the duties of the lawyers? So he politely said, your duty is to lead your client to the channels of wisdom. So you are to lead your client to the channels of wisdom. The party has come to you seeking some help, legal problems, financial problems, or technical problems, or anything. You must be able to lead the client to the channels of this right course, what the right thing you have to do. These are all important. As a young lawyer, you must study all these things. You must learn and sincerely, honestly do the profession and participate in this various competition very actively and make a mark in the profession, and you will never be sorry for having chosen the legal profession. That is, sometimes some youngsters feel that is, I never liked it, my parents told me, or somebody I thought. So they may feel that I have been thrown into this profession, I don't like it. But you need not feel worried about these things. It's a legal profession, it's good. Therefore, of course, the girls have got some limitations. Just as the male folk working and joining some of these, female have to be these, some of them to select the office, find a senior, all this a little difficult. Anyway, it is a legal profession, it's a wonderful profession, and you must enjoy it and enjoy it thoroughly. So my advice to all of you, seeing all of you, I feel that you have chosen the right thing. You do it properly and to the best of your ability. And as regards I do not know what is the problem with this competition. So I wish all success, and probably wish all success for the participants in the Moot competition. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that. Actually, gave me full disclosure of what my legal life is going to be. So I just one small question to ask.
Yes.
Before, I become a lawyer, what should a law student do with all these neighbors and family members asking for legal advice? Is it safe for a law student to give out legal advice to their family members?
But I could not get it.
You cannot hear me. Am I audible now?
Yes, audible. But what is
saying that as a law student, it is very all the neighbors and family members keep asking for legal advice. Is it safe for a law student to give out legal advice?
I was a small boy at that time. So what is the legal advice that the law student can? But by the time in that village, I was the only person doing the lawyer. So, but they are all elders. Once I became a lawyer, it was a time when the Kerala Land Reforms Act was enacted and the land tribunal came. So the purchase of the right around a homestead, all these questions arose. So a lot of cases in those. So initially itself I had some work to deal with some clients, but no, not much money, but some cases.
So if you don't mind if I ask if the participants have anything to ask.
Do you want to ask any question? You can very freely ask. I can whatever.
Yes. Anyone of you would like to answer?
The participants can directly unmute themselves and can ask question to sir if they have anything to ask regarding anything about the career or about law.
I have a question.
Yes.
A very good morning, sir, to you. Sir, and your speech was very inspiring, and I believe I've been enlightened by your speech. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and I have a question regarding your career. So how was it like when you were elevated from a lawyer to a judge? How was the experience for you?
Lawyer, this all different role, but lawyer was moving here and there, arguing cases from one court or running from one court to another. The judge is sitting quiet and hearing cases. But I feel judges is a quite one, a good one. So I don't think there is any difficulty.
Okay. So, thank you so much, sir.
Warm greetings, sir. Good morning to you and good morning to everyone present here. Sir, since I'm the first generation advocate, I would be the first generation advocate in my family. I would like you to advise to all the first generation advocates who are there in the meeting currently as to how are they supposed to focus with respect to their career, since they have to build their own empire on their own. How would you like to suggest, sir?
Yeah, I was also a first generation lawyer. There was nothing to worry about the first generation lawyer. You need not worry at all. Whether it is a first generation or your uncle or the father-in-law or somebody else who's lawyer is of maybe of little help. But you have to make everything. You have to study hard, you have to work hard, and even if you are somebody close to you, only you will get some opportunity. That is at the initial stage. But ultimately, you have to do it. You have to do your work, and you will. The first generation lawyer, so many are. Some of the judges now in the Supreme Court, they are all. Majority of them are first generation lawyers. Some of them, of course, they are the relatives of or connected with judges. Don't worry. It doesn't make any difference at all.
Thank you so much, sir.
A very good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, is it
Yes.
a very good morning, sir? Sir, is it from how to prepare for a judiciary from the first year itself, for a law school? How to go ahead?
Some of them are trying from the first day itself. Immediately after completing the study, they prepare for the judicial service examination. But I would advise them, you shall not miss the court. You should go attend a court whenever you get an opportunity, and you shall. You may not. You suppose you want to spend the whole day time for reading. You may not be. If you are in active practice, you will not get time. But at the same time, you shall go to court and see what is going on there. Many things you see. That I should say, you must also know that recently, I don't want to, a district judge, newly recorded district judge, convicted a accused for murder and sentenced him to 5 years imprisonment. And the district judge was removed from service because there is the punishment for murder is life imprisonment or death penalty. Because I feel that Bright, he had not gone to court. Had she been attending any court, she would not commit such mistakes. So you must, you may, from the day one, you may prepare for the law examination. And at the same time, you must, whenever you get opportunity, go to court, have some experience, you must know what is really going on in the court, either trial court, the judicial magistrate court, or the chief judicial magistrate court, or district court, and how the lawyers are performing and all the time. Don't exclusively spend your time for studies and come. Then you may get a bookish knowledge only. That is, sometimes it happens. So you may not know what is what. And some of the nice distinction between the law, provisions of law, you may not know. That happens in court. So I can still quote one instance when I was the Chief Justice of Chennai, a magistrate, they remanded the accuser's producer in a bailable case. But the magistrate did not know what is bailable and non-bailable. So, naturally, he remanded the accused to the custody. The accused was entitled to, then the lawyers went on strike. So, this is something, had the candidate been attending court, these are all small things. Or then sitting in the court, no, what is bailable offense? Why that accused is sent to custody? Why the other accused was released? You may think it. You may read it and understand from the books, but this 10% knowledge cannot be taken to your brains. Many things you can learn when you are in court. The CPC or CRPC provisions, what is injunction? In some cases, the civil judge junior division order notice, he grant injunction. What is the distinction? Why the officer did it? So the lawyer's arguments and all these. So how these are all small things you must will be, and especially when you appear for the interview. These your occasional visit to the courts will help you to go in your interview, because what is happening in the courtrooms are the major questions that is these put by either by the professors or lawyers who post come as the persons who conduct interview. So that is also, interview is part of your the competitive examination. So you must not miss completely sit in a closed room and study for the judicial service examination. But that is what I feel. Some may have different. I feel that you should study at the same time, acquire the practical knowledge from whatever source you get it and accumulate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
A very good morning,
Yes.
sir. I am from the organizing committee of the competition, and it is an honor that you have graced us with your presence today. I have this very simple question. Apart from the career aspect, that because we are law students, we meet certain people and certain professionals who are kind of egoistic and arrogant. And if we are in a legal profession, we need to understand that utilizing human resources is very important. But we come across certain legal professionals who consider being arrogant as a skill when they are in the legal profession. So what is your take on it? How do we utilize human resources, and how do we connect through network? Because I believe that this is the misconception that to be rude and to be egoistic, it reflects any kind of confidence.
When you get selected as a judicial officer, I will give you the proper advice. What is the difficulty? They never in life, whatever whether you are a doctor, engineer, or lawyer, never get arrogant. It is not a good sign of leading. Never. But unfortunately, many of our judicial officers are arrogant. That is also a fact. The arrogance so 3 years back, the group of judicial officers selected in the UP. So that people in the locality gave a reception and they invited me. So then I wrote about 30 candidates were there. So then I told the organizers, I want these candidates exclusively for half an hour in a closed room. No other organizer shall be there. Then I with the 20 to 15, 20 minutes, I advised them how to be a good judicial officer and how to deal with it, how to be honest, sincere, and never be arrogant or never quarrel with a lawyer. The lawyer or any member, they may argue. Sometimes the lawyer may have a bad case. What he can do, he may argue, and you need not get angry with him. So that is how they deal with the case. Then only you can gain a good name. Mere knowledge or alone is not sufficient. Your legal the practice itself is not a. You have to gain a good name. So, but this is a service-oriented profession. You have to render justice. You have a chosen one. When you are a judicial officer, you are a chosen one. It is you are determining the rights of others. You are not your rights. You are determining the rights of others. So you should be completely impartial and help and render service to the best of your ability. That is how the judicial officer should work. So the arrogance has no place in either in your legal profession or nor as in a service situation. Service is what lawyers can, to some extent, it can tolerate it because you can be little arrogant towards your clients, not to your colleagues. But it's not a good character. You should be, to the extent possible, humble and very courteous, and behavior should be excellent. Okay, Anupriya. Okay.
Yes.
Anything more?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I want to ask it, sir, how was your first day as being a Chief Justice?
First day as Chief Justice?
Yes, sir.
Oh, as in the court or the... So, after taking oath, I was proceeding from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Supreme Court. Then when I reached near the India Gate, so then I told my escort, you just go to Rajghat. Instead of going to Supreme Court, you just go to Rajghat. So they were also, what is it? So then the car and they just went to the Rajghat. and I paid homage to our Rashtrapita. Then there was one Madhya Pradesh lady who was in charge of that Rajghat. I forgot her name, that is slightly, she was an MP and very, so she said, oh, you are the 37th Chief Justice of India, but none of them had ever come to the Rajghat. So we welcome you, and he gave a bust of Gandhi to be still in my drawing room. So that was the first day. Then I went to the court, and some of the colleagues are there. So all the colleagues were there. Some of the relatives are also there. Had a coffee, and the first day in court, some cases were there. It was a working day. I just sat for the first day with the. It was it was a vacation because June 8th it was a vacation. I did not. There was no sitting.